All right, we're watching Marco's breaststroke here, and we're going to watch a little bit slow motion here as we go forward. Marco, as always, do make sure you kind of check out the notes that Lynette has written as well. Those are always good keys, different things we see that we'd like to see you continue to work on with your breaststroke. As we do see your breaststroke hands going forward here, you kind of see that your hands are almost in a prayer position, pushing forward almost like a knife. Try to make sure those hands are actually kind of palms up and then turning forward to palms down. So not too big of a deal. I think you can fix that pretty easily. Like where your hands are coming on your underwater pull there, or with the pull there. Kick looks good as far as finishing your kick. Just make sure to keep those legs a little straighter. All things I think we can get through pretty easily. Like how high you are in the water. We like how you're keeping your hands high in that water as well. That's fantastic. As we see ourselves get into the turn here. We'd like to see you try to work on keeping your legs definitely straighter there. We kind of talked about that a little bit earlier. Great job with touch. Try not to slip those hands quite so early. And we definitely got to work on that hand come off the wall and those feet staying together. So a couple of things we can look at here. So let's kind of start over just a little bit and kind of take it step by step, Marco. All right, so first off, let's look at those hands, and you kind of see how your palms are facing in together. Make sure your hands are, as you start to go forward, right, you want your palms up like this, and then about halfway through that stroke, you want your palms to be facing down as you're moving forward. That way, when your palms are down, you're actually able to press out and grab that water just a little bit earlier and a little bit quicker. As you can see right here, you do a great job pressing your hands out. Your head position is pretty good. It's high in that water. We like that a lot. We'd like to see your eyes down a little bit better, but where your head is, that's pretty good, Marco. As you start to get that pull, you got a good early breath. Your hands are coming right underneath your chin. That's exactly where your hands need to be, Marco. So that's fantastic. You do a good job of getting your hands up near that surface. So here's the surface right here. We'd still like to see them a little bit higher, but your hands are pretty good as far as getting high up. So well done there. Nice job of pushing your arms forward. What I want to see you work on, what I want to see you work on is getting those arms a little bit straighter. As we go forward, we want that body line all in one. Okay, so we don't want to have those elbows bent and bent. Not too big of a deal, just a little something that I think if you work on, you're going to find a lot more success. As we see right here, as we get straight across from us, you can see that your hands are right underneath your chin. Okay, Marco, that's fantastic. On your kick here, you can see that your knees are out and then your feet are still in. And we're going to see that from a different view as well. Make sure you point those toes out a little bit earlier. Make sure you keep your knees in a little bit together. You want to bring your feet towards your hips, and that's great. But you don't want your knees to go outside to make that work. Once you start getting your legs out, you do a great job of pointing your toes out to the side, so that's good. But when you finish your kick, you can see that your legs get bent right away. All right, keep your legs together, and you can also see those feet are really separated. Keep those legs together, which helps keep your body in a much better streamlined position. Again, you kind of see your legs don't really stay very still. We want to make sure those legs stay as still as possible. All right, as we're coming into our turn here, there's a couple things that Lynette and I were noticing, so we really want you to focus and really think about. Number one, as you hit that wall, be careful of sliding this hand down too quickly. You want to make sure those hands really hit that wall well first. Okay? As you start to hit that wall, you do a good job of stacking those feet on top of each other. Your knees are kind of turned out to the side. Remember, we want those knees straight up. When your feet start to hit the wall right here, all right, number one, your hand is here, your eyes are straight down, you got one leg here, right? So what we want to do is this. We're going to use this black dot. This is where we want your feet. Here's where we want to see your knees. And so your eyes are actually looking at your hand that should be on that wall. So work on that body position a little bit better from where we are right here. Marco, it's definitely not a turn that we worked on here. So we want to make sure we work on driving your legs straight in and then coming straight off. As you come off that wall, you can see that your head's looking here Your elbows are really bent. You're in a prayer position again, and your legs are really, really wide. So we've got to work on a couple things. Number one, getting those feet together. Number two, getting your head down into your streamline. So if you actually take your hands in a streamline position, and Marco, if you're watching, you can do this. Put your hands straight up, one on top of the other. Lock your arms right behind your ears, and that's what a streamline should feel like. Okay? Because if you're streamlining the water, it's going to be a lot better coming off that wall. Good job of doing a good breaststroke pull. Good job of doing a dolphin kick. What we'd like to see you do is hold your streamline for 3 seconds, then do a dolphin kick. So don't do the dolphin kick at the bottom of the stroke. Actually do it at the top. Once you do the dolphin kick, then do the pull. Now with your pull, we like how close your hands are to your hips. That looks great. Just make sure your eyes are looking straight down. Once you do the breaststroke kick, you do a great job of pressing that hand out and lifting that head. Instead of coming up quite so high like this, make sure you work on a little bit more gradual ascent. We want to be coming up the water a little bit more gradually, a little bit further out. Here's where the flags are. And really, if you're holding your streamline for 3 seconds and then doing a dolphin kick, you should be able to start your first underwater pull right about where those flags are. So we got to definitely work on coming off those walls a little bit better. And Marco, it's not that big of a deal as far as what we got to do. It's just a matter of getting it done. All right, so you keep it up, keep up the hard work, and we're going to keep getting better, Marco.